Hey there guys, it's me Rob. Thanks for tuning into the Rob's Knowledge YouTube channel. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to take off your old thermostat and put on a new smart thermostat. Now this is going to be like a general guide for multiple models. As you can see, this is the one I'm going to be using, but the concepts are the same as long as you're using similar wiring as I am in a residential system. It'll be pretty similar. Now you'll want to refer to your owner's manual at certain parts, which I'll kind of mention, because there may be some differences here and there, but for overall this is a good guide and some tips and tricks that I learned while doing some thermostats. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure that the power is turned off to both your heating and your cooling systems. So let's take a trip over to our circuit breaker. Here we are. I've already tripped them, but I'm just going to show you. Here are 1 and 3 are AC, and 2 and 4 are our furnace, and those are the only ones that are controlling any of our heating or cooling systems. So as you can see, I have flipped both of those to the off position. And another way to double check this, just to be safe, is to go ahead and turn on your heating system with the power off and turn it to a temperature that it would normally kick on, and wait, because normally mine has like a 30-second delay, and see if it kicks on like it normally should. If it doesn't, that is a good sign, and that is a good sign that your power is actually off, and we can go ahead and proceed with the install. So with the power off, first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and pop off our faceplate. When firstly you're going to want to make sure you know what kind of wiring you have. So here we just have a typical 5-wire thermostat cable. We have our green wire, we have a white wire, we have a red wire, we have a yellow wire, and we have a blue wire. Now this blue wire is loose. This was back into the wall because it wasn't in use. This is our C wire, and you'll see this talked about a lot with smart thermostats because a lot of people with like these old thermostats don't use a C wire because they don't need a continuous flow of power. And I have videos that go into more detail on the C wire linked below, but I'm not going to spend too much time in this video. But here we have a 5-wire system that includes a C wire, so that's what we're going to do. So our power is off, so we can go ahead and disconnect these. Some of the smart thermostats give you labels to use if you need to label the wires, but I can already tell that all these are following the correct color coding for for thermostat wiring. Like the green is going into the G terminal, yellow is going into the Y terminal, white is going into the W terminal, red is going into the R terminal. And as you can see, there is a little U-shaped wire here. That's just a jumper wire. We will not need that for the new thermostat that I have, as they have a built-in jumper system, which I will show you here. On the back of it, they have a built-in jumper system right there, so we will be utilizing that, and you won't need the U-shaped piece of red wire. Depending on your thermostat, you'll have to refer to your owner's manual or look online to see if they use the jumper system or how to handle that situation. So our power's off. We're going to go ahead and get these disconnected. And if you do have like any duplicate wires, like some people have 2 white wires or 2 yellow wires, I believe, then that is a point where you may want to use some labels so you don't mix those wires up. But I have no duplicate wires here, and they're all correctly color coded, so I do not need to label these. So we're just going to go ahead and get a screwdriver and unscrew all these terminals and go ahead and get our new thermostat wired up and ready to go. Shouldn't take very long, guys. Let's get it going. So here all we're going to do is go ahead and get all the wires pulled out of the thermostat terminals, and we're also going to go ahead and get the thermostat unscrewed from the wall. Alright, now we got this baby out of the wall. Pop those screws out, just get them out of the wall. Just going to pop these wires out actually through the hole so we can just take the whole thermostat off the wall and just have our wire bundle. There we go. Now I do have a little bit of a break here in this C wire here, so I'm actually going to go ahead and cut all these wires back and restrip them just so we have some fresh wire. Since I have plenty of give in here, I'm just going to go ahead and take the time to do that. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I will be back with you with some fresh wire. Now, if your wires are in good shape, you can go ahead and skip this step completely. So here we have all nice, even, new wires. And so now we can go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and slap the trim plate on and mount the face plate in, and then we'll be back with you when we're going to connect these wires. All right, now that we have the trim plate on, we have the back plate mounted here. We're only using 2 screws, but it's really secure. So we see it's level, we got the built-in level, that's really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and get all our wires connected. So on this thermostat, it may be different on yours. Again, consult your owner's manual. This is just a general guide. We're gonna be using our conventional wiring setup since we have the 5-wire conventional thermostat cable. So since I know this is following the right color coding, since I double checked the connections at the joint junctions in the furnace, we know the blue wire is our C wire, the red wire is our R wire, the yellow wire is the Y wire, G wire is the green wire, and the white wire is the W wire. So we're going to go ahead and connect those into all the respective ones. So blue will go in the C, W will go in W1 since we only have one wire, but if you have two for two different wires, you could hook those up like that. We're going to put the G in the G terminal, and then we're going to put the Y in the Y1 terminal. And then we're going to put our red wire actually in the RH terminal. Now on our old thermostat, since we only have one red wire, it was actually in the RC terminal, but this thermostat specifically says in the owner's manual, that's why it's very important to reference that, it says right here, if you only have one R wire, please use the RH terminal. And then from there, like our old system had a jumper, we'll use the built-in jumper on this thermostat like I showed you guys earlier. So let's go ahead and get these wires connected. We're going to bend these down at a 90-degree angle and just get them in these little terminals. And put that back down in there. And that's in there. The next one is our W wire. W2 we're not going to use. G is our G wire from our G terminal. Just kind of pressing these back into the wall a little bit too to make it fit. And I always give them a nice tug upwards once they're in there to make sure they're not going to come out. Then our Y1 wire is for our yellow. Sometimes you just got to, finesse it around a little bit. You could also trim them if you're having trouble getting them to fit just because of the lengths of the wire. You could trim them to a little bit of different lengths. And then the last one is our R, which again, we're putting in the RH socket. And then we will utilize the jumper, which I'll show you again after we connect this one. And sometimes your system may have two red wires built in and you may not use a jumper. So in that case, if your thing has a built-in jumper, you'll need to look at your owner's manual and see what you should do. Most of the time, you'll remove the jumper system since you won't be needing it. Make sure that red one's in there really good. Okay, and just make sure those are pushed in the wall a little bit. That way your thermostat can close on there. And all those wires are nice and hooked up now. They're nice and secure. We can go ahead and snap the faceplate on there. I'm just going to go ahead and peel that baby off of there. All right, and we're going to go ahead and just click this on. Oh yeah, and here's the jumper system again. So as you can see, there's three pins, and if you have it on the far right too, that means the jumper is active between RH and RC, which is the call for heating and call for the cooling. And yeah, so we have the jumper active on there, and we're going to go ahead and just snap this baby on, and it should power up once we turn back the power on. All right, guys, so that's on there nice and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Looks really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and cut on the power back at the circuit breaker, and this baby should power on up. I'm going to leave the camera rolling so you guys will see it going. The circuit breaker's right over here. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the power to the heating and the cooling systems, and we should go ahead and power up. I'm going to turn off this light just so you can see it better, and I'm going to go flip it on right now. Here's AC and furnace. And there we go, guys. So you have successfully installed your smart thermostat. The video is going to end here for now because now it's just going to be a setup that is basically specific to your model or your brand of thermostat that you have. So if you have this thermostat and you want to see further setup instructions, see down below in the description, or also at the end of the video, there will be some end screens or in the info card up there. But that's it, guys. You've officially you've officially installed your smart thermostat. So we're good to go there. I'm gonna go ahead and make some videos and play around with some of the settings and get this baby set up. If this helped you out, please smack the thumbs up button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, feel free to leave them down below. Smack a big thumbs up on the video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's already been super long, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.